Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Alan Wake streams. We are continuing. I think we're on chapter 3 now. Let's resume that game. Why is there no volume? Did I mute my TV? No. Interesting. Let's skip that and see.
Help you folks?
There we go.
Name's Randolph.
Now we got volume.
I'm the
I guess it was just the previous
We're
left
looking for
screwed up.
Rose. Works as a waitress down at the diner.
Rose, sure. Nice girl. Who wants to know?
I'm Alan Wake.
The writer, huh? I heard on the radio you were visiting. Well, I'll show you her trailer. That Rose, she's a nice girl. Always pays her rent on time.
As I was saying, Al, I found all sorts of weird stuff from the local newspaper's archives. This place is crazy. Disappearances, mysterious deaths, urban legends come true, and get this, most of this stuff takes place around Cauldron Lake.
Well, you ain't
Hi,
wrong,
Sean.
mister.
No, you're not getting an
Indians thought
RX-8.
The lake was a doorway to the underworld. I'm the God-fearing type myself. I don't hold with that sort of thing.
Yeah, okay. Anyway, there was an island there owned by a guy called Thomas Zane. Now, some of the articles I found about him make him out to be a famous
Tommy
writer,
Zane.
but I ran a bunch of searches, couldn't find a single thing he wrote. Zane was heavily into diving, so much so that the place came to be called Diver's Isle. But the volcano
Yeah, that's
under
Sean
the
on
lake
Twitch.
erupted in 1970,
He's,
and Zane
he
went
wants an
down with the
RX-8.
island.
Yeah, how about that? It was there in the morning, as if it had fallen from the sky. But it would take a tornado to lift something like that.
I kind of
Damn
wish with
lucky it didn't crush any
Restream,
of the
since I can
trailers.
see both chats, that, you know, people either on YouTube or Twitch could see each other's chats.
It gets better. A local girl, Barbara Jagger, drowned in Cauldron Lake just a week earlier. They were lovers.
Sure, Jagger's a local spook store. The Scratching Hag comes for you in the dark. Childish stuff like that.
Anyway, Al, I'm just getting to the best part. All of the articles about this stuff were written by Cynthia Weaver. I asked around, and she's that crazy
You're on
bag
Twitch so you
lady
can see
met.
Sean? Nice.
What, the lamp lady? She can be a little loopy, but she's not homeless or anything.
Yeah,
Though he might have
anyway,
signed off
she
because
knew
I only
both
see one
Jagger and
person
Zane
on
before
Twitch.
they both died, and she had some kind of a breakdown.
Let me see. Let me check with him. But honestly, I never trust the
Come on, mister. I'll take you to Rose's trailer.
I never trust the like stream count on Restream.
Well, mister, this here's Rose's trailer. You mind me asking what you want with her?
We're just here to talk to her, pal.
Yeah, pal. See if there's anything around here. No. Oh, there's Sean.
Welcome to, oh dear, Mr. Wake. I'm so glad you're here.
Rose, you have my manuscript?
Oh, oh yes, yes. Please come in.
Why are the cutscenes not having audio? What the hell? Alright, let's throw subtitles on since we're not having audio right now. I love it when that happens. We got knocked out. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. So after this cutscene's over and we get a save, I'm going to exit out of the game and come back in. So I don't know why it's doing that with the cutscenes.
I felt nauseous, hungover. Only anger kept me going.
I can't tell reality from dream anymore, but it seems I have an imaginary editor to help me. She's an old woman.
Home. Let's quit. Oh, Sean. Just bugging Keenan. I do like how Sean joined this just to try to convince me to buy him an RX-8.
Hungover. Only anger kept me going.
I can't tell reality from dream anymore, but it seems I have an imaginary editor to help me. She's an old woman in a funeral dress. I call her Barbara Jagger. She's very strict. I'm writing faster and faster. My manuscript is being heavily revised. The edits are getting very aggressive, and each day there's less of me and more of her. I hate it, but I know she's right. She promises me I can save Alice this way. She knows more of this than I do. About the complex incantation I'm attempting. About this place. She's worked with another writer under similar circumstances, Thomas Zane. The genre of the story seems to be shifting. It's turning into a horror story. I'm getting close. I can feel it.
Man, if I was like a famous person and I ended up in a fan's room like this and just saw all this shit of me posted all over, I'd be kind of weirded out.
Rose took a day from me. I had less than 12 hours left to meet the kidnapper. All I could do was get Barry into the car, work something out once I got on the road.
Welcome to the Oh Dear Diner. What can I get you today? Coffee?
I couldn't work up much hate for Rose. Something had used her to get to me and left its mark.
First refill is free. Milk and sugar on the counter there. Would you like to hear today's specials? Thank you. A nice day. Come back soon.
Barry
Poor
was
Rose.
out of it. He was way too heavy to carry.
You're right. I deserve more money. I'm so
I'm
handsome.
so handsome.
My gun and flashlight were gone. I'd have to find a way to get Barry into the car as quickly as possible. There was no time to waste.
Manuscript time.
Mr. Randolph liked Rose. That little smile she had. How she was still sweet when life had tried so hard to make her bitter. It wasn't any of his business what she did in her trailer. But those strangers, the writer and his smart-ass sidekick, looked like trouble. And they'd been in there for hours, way past her normal bedtime. He reached for the phone and called the sheriff's station.
That Mr. Randolph is a fucking snitch. I don't not like having my weapon, Keenan. Oh. I know I need a gun.
Oh, you're gonna get it now. God knows what you've done to that poor girl.
This is Agent Nightingale, FBI! Get him up, Hemingway! You're under arrest! You move a muscle, I'll unload right in your goddamn face! Stay right where you are, Spillane!
Why are they firing?
What are? I'm standing right here, you goddamn maniac!
I hated to leave Barry behind, but there was no way I'd miss my appointment with the kidnapper.
Give it up, Mr. Wake. Come on. Take it easy on him.
Don't let him get away. Move it, move it, move it! I'll be shocked if you let him get away.
At least for now, I'm evading real people and not the Taken.
Okay, Ben. Keep your eyes peeled. He's gonna try to make it through.
Oh, Jesus! Talk about like a change of fucking genre here. Now we got a semi-stealth like action romp.
He's gone. Come on, guys. We need to head him off.
Break time.
For decades, the darkness that wore Barbara Jagger's skin slept fitfully in the dark place that was its home and prison. It was hungry and in pain. It dreamed of its nights of glory when the poet's writing had called it from the depths and given it a brief, terrible taste of power and freedom. The rock stars had stirred it from the deep sleep the poet had sunk it back to in the end. When it sensed the writer on the ferry, it opened its eyes.
Oh, this is not
Come in, Agent Nightingale. This is Sheriff Breaker. Over.
Nightingale, over.
What on earth is going on? My deputy fired the police. They never died.
So, Keen, if you remember from the opening of Alan Wake 2 when I played it, and that's all you watched, Nightingale was the person we controlled at the very beginning of the game who was murdered by the cult. Yep, the naked guy.
This way. Over here.
This horror was everywhere I went, circling me. The cops didn't stand a chance. They were after a writer, not a monster.
Nope, I think those crows are going to take out the... Apparently the dark present doesn't want anybody messing with me. Yeah, there's a thermos over there. And a spotlight. We can call Batman. Thermos right here, too.
This is James. Mulligan, Thornton, come in. Over.
Thornton here. James, we got both Wheeler and Rose in custody. They didn't put up a fight or anything. Why, they were... Hey, what are you... Come on!
Sit down and give me that. James, Mulligan here. Over. Go ahead, Mulligan. Over. We got Wheeler and Rose here. Wheeler's drunk or hopped up on something. Speaking of which, that Fed had a pretty distinctive whiff of Otis Scotch about him, you know what I mean? Over. I don't have anything on that, Deputy Mulligan. Over. Well, whatever. Anyway, Rose is just being plain weird here. You better get Doc in to take a look at both. Over. Gotcha. You better get them here quickly. The, Fed's gonna want to interview Wheeler. Over. Oh, yeah, I'll bet he does. Looks like they have a lot in common. Mulligan out.
I could see the lights of the radio station in the distance.
Hopefully I get a gun and flashlight soon. Oh, guess we're not going that way. I
Imagine that the broadcast tower in the distance was part of the local radio station. Maine seemed like a decent guy. Perhaps he could give me directions to the coal mine. Unnatural shadows clung to the gate. The darkness that was after me was trying to stop me. I wouldn't get through without light.
Alright, so I need a light source of some kind. Oh, there we go. Found it. That's what that spotlight was for. Grab that thermos. Yeah, I figured there was going to be a generator of some kind. Good job, Spotlight. It's kind of like Batman helped us. I would still much prefer a flashlight and a gun. Alright, we got a flashlight. Oh, cop car. There could be a gun there.
It took me a moment to recognize the flashbang grenades. They were an ideal weapon for my situation.
Team 1, come in. Over. Team 1, this is Sheriff Breaker. Report. Over. Team 2, come in. I need a report. Over. Come on, guys. Talk to me. Come in, please. Over.
Alright, timed that one pretty good. Oh! Dude's quick!
And here's another call. You're on KBFFM with Pat Maine.
It's Milt Peabody, Pat.
What's on your mind, Milt?
Well, I live near the trailer park, Pat, and there's a big ruckus going on over there.
Well, that's just up the road from me, too. What's going on, do you know?
I don't know, but there's a bunch of police cars there, lots of sirens, a helicopter buzzing around, and I think I heard some gunshots.
Gunshots?
Yes, sir. Like from a base.
Oh! Damn! Oh man, hey Mega, what's going on, man? I'm having a good one, dude. Those three came out of nowhere to get me.
Rose was lost in a dreamland where everything was drawn in black and gray crayons. The old lady had promised her that all her wishes would come true. She would be Alan Wake's muse. She was smiling so hard it hurt her face. She crushed a bottle full of sleeping pills into the coffee. Deep down inside, she was screaming in terror.
Or maybe a gun? Oh, just more flashbangs? Would prefer a gun. Would definitely prefer a gun. Hey, thanks, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, it's just one of those weird things with the algorithm, just always promoting negative stuff. And it's just one of those. Oh, there's another. Did I get them all? Oh. Got him. Yeah, just promote negativity and things like that, so I figured I'd make a video about it. Kind of discuss it. Dude was like the last line of defense for the darkness. I was like, nah, eat this.
I hope Maine could lend me a car to get to the coal mine.
Why, hello, Lorna. What do you have for us?
The sheriff should be helping us normal citizens instead of wasting resources on those people.
Well,
Let the trash sort themselves out. I'm sorry, but my granddaddy settled in Bright Falls in 1911.
well, thank you very much for that compassionate viewpoint, Lorna. Oh, here's a little surprise. The famous writer Alan Wake just walked in. Folks, I'm going to see if I can talk him into an interview.
Come on in, Mr. Wake. Oh, I'm so glad you could find the time to do this, Mr. Wake.
Very nice with the UFC 5. Like, I've been playing a ton of Madden when I'm not playing like long games like this. Nice 13 defenses though. Good job.
Cool your jets, Nightingale. We got him. What the hell's the matter with you? There's a civilian in there.
Oh, that sounded like it hurt. He better have brought his flashlight and the flashbangs with him.
I'll get you yet, even if it kills me. You hear me? You hear me, H.P. Lovecraft?
I had fallen off so many cliffs it was ridiculous. That's what you get for naming a book The Sudden Stop. It was probably good I hadn't had the chance to tell Maine where I was going. I'd have to lose the cops and find my own way to the mine.
No.
Nightingale stared through the broken studio window into the dark woods. He turned around, started to walk out, but Maine grabbed his arm. "Young man, you almost shot me. You don't shoot off rounds at people like that. What's the matter with you?" Nightingale shook his arm free, marched out. His cheeks burned with rage and humiliation.
Phone is going off. Nothing important. Resume game. Says my flashlight. Oh, damn it. Oh! Yes. Give me the gun. Got it. Yeah. No, I know about those runs. Back in the day, my buddy and I my buddies and I used to play WWE No Mercy all the time, and we were all kind of equal, and I went on a run with the title for like a year without being beaten. Oh! I do not like how they sneak up behind you on that. And yeah, Keenan finally got a gun back. Need some damn light,
There was no
though.
sensible reason for the power company work lights to be here. It was almost as if they'd been left for someone like me to use.
Oh, it's not bright enough to heal me, I guess. That sucks. Oh. Got a shotty, though. Oh. Thank goodness for that shotgun. Damn. I need to switch out of it. So another light over here. Let's just get all the lights on. Oh. Battery. Darn it. That's why I use these rechargeables. That way I always have batteries at the ready. And it saves money. I don't like all this darkness. Manuscript page.
Sarah trusted her gut, and her gut said Agent Nightingale was an asshole. He felt wrong, and it wasn't just the smell of stale booze. It was in the way he flashed his badge, pulled rank, the look in his eyes when he wanted answers. Where was Alan Wake? What was this about an accident? Where was his wife? And most importantly, why did she let Wake go? He wouldn't answer her questions. Federal business was all he'd say.
Give me those batteries, give me that shoddy ammo, give me all of it.
Hello?
The most stubborn man I've ever met.
Alice? Alice?
Alan. Alan. I'm so afraid. He keeps me in the dark. Please help me. I look at you, Alan, and it's not you. Something else. Looking out from behind your eyes.
Alice, I'm here.
I'm so alone here. It's all gonna go to hell. You need to be careful. Cooperate.
The connection had been terrible, but that wasn't the only thing that hadn't been right with the call. She sounded wrong somehow, but she had called me. The pipe wrenched itself loose from the bridge's steel framework. Wrapped in darkness, it floated in midair, twitching. For a moment, I didn't understand what I was looking at. The heavy object lurched at me with impossible force. I threw myself out of the way, but just barely. When I turned my flashlight on it, it shook in a dark rage before it flew at me again.
Alright, that doesn't sound like fun. But looks like we're going to have some sort of secret this way. Yeah, I know, right? Oh no, can't go that way. I thought there was a fork. Oh, shot him out from the kneecap. Dodge don't work for shit sometimes. I will hit that dodge button and he don't do nothing.
I could see a railway bridge up ahead, and a warehouse of some sort on the opposite shore. I hoped I could find a car from there.
Kind of reminds me of the bridge from Quantum Break.
The darkness that was pursuing me was growing stronger, and it was taking over everything in its path. I slammed the door shut right in his smug face. He pleaded for me to open the door. True to form, the asshole actually thought I would obey. I had no sympathy left, no guilt either, not for him. I took a moment to savor the scream. I bet I had a smile on my face. It was all that I had time for. The dark presence was inside the lodge with me.
Oh, that sounds ominous.
As a teenager, just starting to get interested in writing, Stephen King had been a source of inspiration to me. I thought about all the inanimate objects that had come to life in his books. No one is safe in a good horror story. Certainly not the protagonist. That's what makes them fun. This was anything but. The darkness could possess anything, and it was getting closer.
Heavy duty flashlight. I like the sound of that. Hopefully it makes those dark presence become normal quicker. Flare as well. Damn it. Oh. Well, I don't think it really does help much, unfortunately. the light, you can hurt them. I'm glad I got that little tip this late in the game. Like, I didn't know that already. We get some night springs.
Facts of our existence for granted, unaware that they are merely a thin veneer of desperate self-delusion, covering a vast cosmos of madness and horror. All too often, the stars are right. In Night Springs. Tonight's episode, a family occasion. Journalist Alvin Durl's trip to study the local customs of an insular community in Night Springs has been less than successful.
The darkness surged towards me, sucking everything loose from the ground into its depths, tugging at my clothes. I saw the flare the kidnapper had dropped and threw myself towards it just as I felt my feet leave the ground. The darkness embraced me with the force of a tornado. Somehow I managed to light the flare. The darkness roared and cast me away. I fell toward the dark waters of the lake far below.
Oh, that doesn't sound pleasant. Oh. Not cool, game. Oh! Shit, it's chasing me. All right.
Well, I'm glad you changed your minds about this. Don't you customs
The scary music has stopped. I thought we were good. So I'm gonna go check that other item box. Maybe there's shotgun ammo in here. Oh, flares. Can I climb up here? No. Okay. All right, we got a car. And luckily it has keys in it.
Glad to see the sunrise. I had a couple of hours to get to the coal mine. The coal mine wasn't far now. Today, I would meet the kidnapper, and he would give me Alice. I wouldn't give him any other choice. A drowning man will clutch at a straw.
Hopefully with daylight means there's no taken. And I don't have my weapons anymore. Fantastic game. Or maybe I just can't use them because it's daylight and there's not going to be any bad guys. Also, why did I stop the car? Oh, wait. Wait a second. Let me see something. Maybe I was supposed to drive it myself. Because this does seem like a pointless walk. Dude, Alan's cardio needs some work. There we go. I was supposed to drive it.
Little by little, without realizing it, I'd come to believe that the story in the manuscript was coming true. The current of its narrative had taken me deeper and deeper into dark waters. Alice had been taken from me. Barry was probably in jail. I was a fugitive from the FBI. The whole world taken over by the dark presence was trying to destroy me. It all felt real, but it matched a textbook case of insanity.
I might be able to drive down that way. Let's see. Oh. All right, I can. The handling of this truck kind of sucks. Seems to always be the way with games that the primary function isn't driving. See if there's any secrets or anything over here real quick.
This is Pat Main, and you're listening to KBF-FM. Folks, I want to apologize for kind of abandoning you to that looping music track last night, but I was detained. You see, I encountered a big shot G-man with an itchy trigger finger who could use a lesson in manners and a boot in the ass. Not necessarily in that order either. Now, folks, I know I'm not being very informative here, and I apologize for that. I really should just keep quiet, but I'm just so people.
Did I just steal someone else's V? Yes, I did. It actually drives better than the truck.
correct. KBF FM. Hope you enjoyed that tune. Now, Doc, you were talking about life and finding that special someone, that soulmate.
Well, you were talking about that. I was saying I don't buy it.
Well, see, to me, that's strange, because I always take you as a...
Interesting. Nothing in here. Alright. No more looking in shacks that we're driving by. We haven't found shit in them. Visitor party, huh?
I was early. I was supposed to meet the kidnapper at noon in the main building. The coal mine was quiet. It was a museum now.
Haha. Thermos.
With Nightingale gone and the night wind blowing in through the broken studio window, Maine stared at Sarah. The sheriff looked away. Maine's voice shook with barely controlled anger. That boy's doing more drinking than thinking. I hope you know what you're doing, Sarah. He's got a sickness in his eyes. You take my word for it. He wants Wake for a reason, and it's not for anything good.
Dun dun dun. Oh, just that. Cutscene.
I didn't want to go outside. Cops had to be looking for me. The noon sun turned the place into a sauna. The day dragged on. Different scenarios ran through my mind. Ways of how I'd torture the kidnapper to get Alice back. Or the different horrible things he could have done to her. I imagined her dead. I had no way of knowing she was still alive. It was killing me. I was running on blind hope. It was all a waste of time. The bastard never showed up.
Wake, where the hell are you? Change of plans. You know where Mirror Peak is? It's a big mountain north of where you are. You follow the path from the mine, you can't miss it. There's a lookout point there. I'll be waiting.
I'm through being jerked around by
You
you.
want to see your wife alive? Because if you do, you better watch what you say to me. Do we understand each other?
I want to talk to Alice.
Yeah, and I want the manuscript. Don't keep me waiting, Wake.
Hello? Hello? Ah! I'm gonna kill him.
I had to get to Mirror Peak. It was close. Maybe closer than ever before.
I was really hoping it was going to be the lights.
When Thomas Zane fell for Barbara Jagger, it happened fast. She was young, vibrant, and beautiful, full of life. He had never been a very happy man, and without any seeming effort, she had changed all that. Zane felt good for the first time in his life. Everything she did was another piece of a jigsaw puzzle he hadn't even known he'd been missing. And best of all, she made the words flow, strong and sharp. She was his muse.
Yep, looks like we got a boss battle coming up with all that ammo. Now it's just throwing everything at me. Oh, flashbangs. You know, Keenan, all these inanimate objects coming to life remind me of the items in Control.
What the hell? The only way to reach the hillside ahead was to go through the building. I had to find a way to avoid electrocution.
Turn off the power. Great. I bet there's gonna be bad guys here. Yep. Yeah, turning off the power seems like a bad idea, but it's what we gotta do. Oh! Hoo-wee. That was close. That was the first time we ran into dudes in a building like that. I thought I was kind of safe for a moment. Trust no one in the dark. I love these hints. Not my coffee mugs. Damn good cup of coffee. 25. I was wondering how many I got.
Some of the Taken retained echoes of their former selves, but these were just the nerve twitches of a dead thing. Nothing remained but a shell covered and filled with darkness. In most cases, these puppets were enough for the purposes of the Dark Presence. But for anything more elaborate, as with the writer, it was different. It needed his mind. And so rather than taking him over completely, it merely touched him.
That tree try to kill me, Keenan?
There was no way the flashbang grenades were Standard Power Company equipment.
Those mofos were tough.
I stared through the bars of the jail cell. Barry stood behind me, swaying on his feet, looking as ill as I felt. Agent Nightingale stood on the other side of the bars with Sheriff Breaker. Nightingale had a stack of manuscript pages in his hand. He seemed unhinged as he gloated. Well, I've got you now, Raymond Chandler. It's all here. All the evidence, including conspiracy to murder a federal agent.
Those damn crows, Keenan. Nice. Ah! Not nice. Ah, shoot! I didn't realize I had that out. Give me that shotgun ammo.
I had no real plan. I was going to give the kidnapper all the manuscript pages I had for Alice. If that wasn't enough, I'd hold him at gunpoint and make him talk.
Yeah, let's switch that shotgun for a pump-action shotgun. No, we're gonna go this way. We're not gonna... I see that tornado coming. We're not gonna fuck with anything that's not towards the end of it. Those flashbangs work like a charm, man.
The dark presence was moving ahead of me in the same direction I was going. A cold feeling settled itself in the pit of my stomach. Was it going for Alice?
The graveyard shift may cause cancer.
I don't like those guys.
The place was dead, a ghost town. Had been for decades, maybe a century. Things were never as simple in real life as in fiction. I'd lost count of the times I had wished there'd be a clear reason for my writer's block. Something to fight, something to lash out on. There wasn't. I was filled with doubt. I was nothing like the hero in my books. Alex Casey had gone through his life with single-minded determination, never wavering from his goal. Even now, I was angry at myself, angry at Alice, angry at Barry. I was fumbling and I had no plan.
I just noticed this section is called Cross the Ghost Town. Hell of a name for a section of this game. Hey, it's the fridge from Control. They're here. Nice. Oh. Oh. That was kind of crap. Kind of ducked into it. Look at that, I picked up a key I didn't even know I needed.
Anything outside of writing is a struggle. I feel ill. I managed to make my way downstairs. There's a shoebox filled with books and papers by Thomas Zane. It's very hard to focus, but I managed to read some of it. He's a poet, and a good one. He writes of muses and creators summoning fabulous things from a magic lake, using his powers to shape the world of a realm of gods and dreams and demons, dark things that wait for a chance to slip through, wearing the flesh of men as disguise. Zane writes about himself, his girlfriend being taken over by a dark presence, about growing scared of the lake. Zane believes it's a mirror to the gaping void of darkness above, where some Lovecraftian presence lurks. I crawl back upstairs. I'll borrow these things for my story. They ring true. They fit.
The kidnapper had sent me a text. The message was full of spelling errors and insults. It was telling me to hurry up.
Alright, that much flare gun ammo. I'm a little worried about what we're about to find, Keenan. We got our flashbangs. We got our flare gun.
Birds.
Oh, I thought I was going to fall off the edge there. I fell off the edge there.
Birds.
No! Alright, maybe I shouldn't run. Maybe I shouldn't run through there.
Birds.
This is exactly where I would not want to be in this situation.
I'd have to make my way up this mine shaft in order to go on. Maybe the machinery could help me with that.
Oh, that was simple. I just... Or is this not the exit? No, it's not the exit. Okay, I thought that was the exit. I was like, okay. That was easy. Let's see. Yeah, I do wish, Kenan. I do wish. At least it's not like a terribly difficult puzzle. I hate those that's like, oh, you gotta do this and line this up and do all this bullshit. Ah, okay, I see. I just gotta raise it all the way up and climb back up that ladder. Also, that's a very inefficient way to get your people in and out of a mine. Maybe just have one ladder that goes up.
Lightning flashed behind the windows of Cauldron Lake Lodge. Tor Anderson laughed and held the steel hammer above his head. Nurse Sinclair was trying to calm him down without success. Tor grinned madly and shouted, "My hammer's up. Here's a friendly poke from Molnir, wench." He brought the hammer down with all his might on Sinclair's head. "We're on a comeback tour, baby."
We're on a comeback tour. Guess that's where I'm headed. No other place to go up here, so I was just supposed to get that page. And those flares. Somehow I feel I'm gonna get attacked by the damn birds. While I'm in this cable car. This is slow moving cable car. Oh. I mean, I was kind of lucky that it just... Holy shit.
Shit.
Like how Alan and I had the same reaction. Oh, good, a rickety bridge. Not really cool trapping on the bridge like that game. No es bueno. Nope, right here. That's a lot of flare ammo I got now.
Maud had checked all of Stucky's rental cabins. There had been no sign of the Wakes. It was dark when he'd found their car parked at the end of the road by Cauldron Lake. It made no sense. They must have taken a wrong turn, but there was no sign of them, and the car had been there for hours already. Frustrated, Mott stood on the rotten ruin of the footbridge that had once led to Diver's Isle before it sank beneath the waves years ago. The boss wouldn't be happy.
Oh, there we go. Up this way. Oh. I mean, we could have easily just climbed up that. We didn't have to kick it in. That's not creepy. Not creepy at all. There was no way to get through here, was there? Yeah, I think this was just something to find and weird me out. Or not. Oh, here we go. I can walk up this lane. I was like, are we trapped? Thank God I had the flashbangs, man.
I could see Cauldron Lake. I thought I could make out the spot where the island and the cabin had been. There was a light near it. It had to be a boat. I was close now. I tried to hold on to Alice, but her form melted away. I was losing control. Dr. Hartman stood in her place. I wanted to hit him, but my arms were jelly. He smiled. It was a reassuring smile, and I hated him for it. I had to give you a sedative. Don't fight it. You went through another rough period. Right now, it's very important that you stay calm. We don't want you to have another episode. You're a patient at my clinic. Have been for a while now. Get there fast. I dreaded what I would find.
Wait! Are you? Wait! Hey, I'm here! I'm coming! No! Get away! Sorry. Please, it's late. The boss didn't know who he was messing with. I didn't know. I swear, I didn't know. We don't have his wife. We don't know where she is. She's probably...
Just like you read in the manuscript. Dude, from that height, hitting the water like that on your back, that's gotta hurt. No, let's kill the game audio. End of episode 3. Alright. Nice. Alright. We're going to get to the start of episode 4. And then, I think we're going to call it for tonight.
The genre of the story seems to be shifting. It's turning into a horror story.
Alan, shh, baby. It was just a nightmare.
Alice.
Let's get through the cutscene first so we don't have the audio issues we had last time.
Hartman, I fell.
I had to give you a sedative. Don't fight it. You went through another rough period.
What?
Right now, it's very important that you stay calm. We don't want you to have another episode. You're a patient at my clinic. Have been for a while now. The shock of your wife's death triggered a mental illness.
No, you're lying.
You're suffering from various symptoms of undifferentiated schizophrenia.
Bastard.
It's okay, Alan. Just let go. I felt groggy. Whatever Hartman had bumped in me was making me numb. I felt like this was happening to someone else. Someone I was watching on television. I couldn't think. Couldn't focus.
Alrighty. And that is a good place to leave off. Thanks for hanging out, Keenan. And for anybody else who popped in or you're watching this later on the stream, appreciate it. Don't forget to like and subscribe. That'll be awesome. Follow if you're on Twitch. And we'll catch you in the next stream. Night, everyone.